Hello! Earlier this week, FFG revealed our first double aspect non-heroic villainy leader, DJ Need a Lift. And he's strange. Let's break down how his ability works, how it interacts with the rules, and which cards and strategies bring out his best. Fair warning, DJ has a lot going on, so I'll explain some bigger concepts, reference the comprehensive rules when needed, and highlight the most interesting interactions we have so far. DJ's ability reads: Action. Exhaust. Choose a friendly unit. If you do, play a unit from your hand. It costs one less. The chosen unit captures it. When played abilities resolve after the unit is captured. Right away, note that if you do clause, you can't use this on an empty board. You need friendly units to target first. Then you play a card at a 1 cost discount. That first unit captures the new card before any when played abilities resolve. Essentially what DJ is letting you do is play above your resource curve, but the downside is that the new unit is immediately captured. So you trade resource efficiency for a delayed board presence. Capture isn't common, so let's quickly define it. A captured unit goes face down under the unit capturing it. It is out of play, but visible to both players. The unit it is under is considered to be guarding those cards. If that guarding unit leaves play, all captured cards are rescued and re-enter play, but without triggering when played abilities. Captured units are out of play until the guarding unit leaves. I'll also be referring to tempo a lot in this video, so I wanted to define it as well. Tempo refers to how efficiently you build and maintain your board compared to your opponent. Playing stronger cards earlier usually means a tempo advantage. DJ's ability gives you tempo in one sense. You're playing bigger units early. But it costs tempo in another, since you're not developing the board right away. The key to building a deck with DJ is tilting that balance into your favor. Let's walk through an example for clarity. You play a 1 cost unit on your first turn. Then use DJ's ability to choose it. You play Pirated Starfighter for 1 less. It is captured by your first unit. Its when played ability returns a friendly non-leader unit to your hand, so you bounce that first unit, rescuing the Starfighter. You end the turn with Starfighter on the board, 3 cards in hand, and a strong turn 1 tempo play, the exact kind of line that DJ will enable. DJ interacts with several keywords in unique ways, mostly negative, but with one standout positive. Ambush and Shielded both trigger during the when played window, but since your unit gets captured, those abilities fizzle. Bounty also backfires. When you capture a bounty unit with DJ's ability, your opponent claims the bounty, so avoid bounty cards. Hidden doesn't stay active either. It is a constant ability, and those only function while the card is in play. Once captured, Hidden ends, and when the unit is rescued, it is considered a new copy, so it no longer counts as played this phase, so you get no additional protection there. But now for the fun one, Exploit. This keyword lets you defeat a friendly unit to reduce the cost of the card you're playing. Because DJ has you choose a friendly unit before playing, you can use that chosen unit for Exploit, defeat it, and still get the cost reduction. Then, since the chosen unit is gone, your played card isn't captured. That's an extra -1 cost and a big tempo boost. The only catch, few Exploit units fit DJ's aspects cleanly, but combos with Count Dooku Leader and Twin Suns could get wild. I'm looking at you, little Jared. Couple other interactions to be aware of. Unique units. If you play a unique unit with DJ's ability and have another copy of it already in play, you have to defeat one before the capture happens due to the rule on uniqueness. Constant abilities will still apply to or by the unit played with DJ's ability. This means if your opponent has Snoke on the board and you play a unit with 2 or less health, it is defeated before being captured. Or if you were to play Snoke with DJ's ability, all enemy units with 2 or less health would be defeated before Snoke is captured. Keep in mind that this could receive further clarification in the rules update when the new set comes out. Now let's start talking about specific cards. There are some cards that give DJ zero cost utility. These are one cost cards that you can play for free with DJ's ability, giving you immediate value. Reckless Gunslinger gives you early aggression. Criminal Muscle is excellent utility. Bouncing something like General's Blade for free on the second turn of the game could be a huge tempo swing. Bounty Guild Initiate. If you're running bounty hunters, this acts very much like a free daring raid, and it will later on provide a small body. DJ can also remove downsides from some cards. He negates self-targeting when played effects, since the unit is not in play when they resolve. Crackshot V-Wing and Royal Guard Attaché are prime examples of this, as they avoid self-damage. It's a small edge, but it could add up over the course of a game, or there could be other cards that come out that do this much better. A hilarious line that DJ enables is the Porg engine. Porg is free and lets you enable DJ's ability on any turn above curve. Then the Porg can be easily traded off to rescue your captured units. Some turn 1 examples of this are to play Porg, then Bodhi Rook to pull an event from your opponent's hand before they can use it. Academy Disciplinarian defeats your Porg after being played for a turn 1 3/4 once it's rescued. Or Geonosis Patrol Fighter. Combine DJ's ability with Exploit to reduce the cost by 3 and bounce your opponent's first play. It's costly in cards, but huge in tempo. There's some other strong synergies that work here. Naboo Security Force. It can give the unit Guardian It Sentinel, making your opponent think twice before attacking it and rescuing your units. IG-11. If he'd be captured, he's defeated instead, dealing 3 damage to all enemy ground units. This is a powerful 4-cost event rather than unit to a degree. Stolen Landspeeder. Costs 0, gets captured, and gives you a 3/2 body for free once it's rescued. You don't get the XP token, but it's still great tempo once it's out. Lando Clarician. He can be captured by your unit, which is then captured by your opponent's unit, rescuing Lando, effectively playing him for 1 less cost. Cham Syndulla still triggers his resource gain ability, even in DJ decks, letting you match tempo against ramping opponents. And the GNK Power Droid. Niche, but it would still stack with DJ's cost reduction, letting you play a 5 cost on turn 2. I don't think this is particularly competitive, but I did want to bring it up because it is interesting. Mercenary Gunship. This actually works quite well with DJ. A captured unit under it makes it harder for your opponent to justify paying 4 to steal it. But if they do, you can balance it with a new adventure to reclaim your board, or attack into it to get your units back. Not likely to be worth the 4 costs that your opponent has played there. McClunky. This can rescue your captured units and deals 3 damage for a single resource if you're running enough underworld cards. Excellent tempo. Jump to Lightspeed. This returns a space unit, rescuing its captured cards, then lets you replay it for free later on. Normally it would be really bad tempo, but in DJ it could go really positive. And Evacuate. DJ's unit side is rescued units enter play ready. If you're able to evacuate after your opponent spends resources on DJ's flip turn, you can instantly flood the board with ready attackers if it's set up, and this could be an incredibly devastating tempo swing. DJ's double cunning aspect opens access to some great support cards. Cantina Bouncer removes your opponent's best unit, mitigating the tempo loss of it being captured. A new adventure is arguably the best synergy. Return a unit, rescue its captured cards, and replay it for free. An amazing value and combo enabler. It even lets you get another when played effect from the targeted unit if it has one. Impropriety Among Thieves. Give your opponent a tiny unit guarding your captured ones in exchange for their best unit. You can also use it to your advantage to steal back a stolen landspeeder or mercenary gunship that your opponent has if you're running those cards. Since you own those cards, they won't go back to your opponent after this effect ends. Chancellor Palpatine. This card is held back by Cunning's poor token generation, but DJ's extra aspects that you can throw out there with your base makes him a bit easier. You can play Palpatine for 3. Then on turn 4, if you're able to rescue him, you could potentially have 4 resources open to get some immediate value on token generation. If you somehow could get multi-troop transport alongside him, you're in business. So an example of the line here would be play Palps for 3 and have him captured, then exploit the card that is guarding Palpatine so you can play the multi-troop transport for 4 the next turn. This is an instantly strong board, but realistically tough to pull off. However, very flashy ceiling, would love to see something happen here. The last specific card I'm going to talk about is the Libertine, DJ's designed synergy piece. He allows you to play it for 3, then use it when played on the friendly unit that captured it to immediately rescue itself. It's a very overstated space unit for coming out on the second turn of the game. In addition, it is a great unit to use in one of DJ's entirely unique playstyles, which I've been calling the Clown Car, because it gains additional attack for each unit it is guarding. So let's talk about what I mean by the Clown Car. This playstyle involves utilizing DJ's leader ability to capture as many 1-cost units under a single friendly unit. Because of the cost reduction, this means you're still able to play on curve, while you build up towards a massive tempo swing when you're able to rescue all of those units. The downside is that you are playing 2 cards per turn, which is very rough on your hand, and also that you need to add many more 1-cost cards than usual to your deck, which could then make playing on curve all the way to 5 or 6 resources very challenging. If there is a consistent way to get draw, this could be the best way to play DJ, due to how much value would come with 3 or 4 1-cost units hitting the board all at once, in addition to normal play patterns. DJ is one of the most complex leaders we've seen so far. He is a rule-bending tempo engine with both massive upsides but major risks. His ability will reward creative deck building and smart play sequencing. There's still plenty to explore. I did not get to everything. How does he perform against aggro? How about control? What's the best way to exploit his tempo swings? We're going to learn a lot about this as people start experimenting with him in the new meta, as well as a few more cards come out with the rest of the set. So what do you think? What's DJ's biggest strength or weakness? Any wild combos I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars Unlimited content. Thank you for watching and have a great day.